You don't get any bigger than that.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, rivals square off in the NFC East, and we've got a great matchup between the Washington Commanders and the Dallas Cowboys. Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready, and we are underway from AT&T Stadium. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Prescott looks to throw right away. And looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders. A great play there. 28 yards. And the Commanders take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. A good-looking return set up here. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
From the 35 on second down, Prescott able to hit his target lane. Finding room at midfield. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Prescott now. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
The first down carried by Elliott doesn't amount to much, as he'll get forward for about a couple.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up 1st and goal. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this 1st quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. And the first play will be a field goal try. This just 32 yards officially from the right hash. Marr able to put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks will tell us end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll go play action. Howell. Dancing to his left. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Foul to the air on 1st and 10. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Off play action. It's Howell. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Flushed out right. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. From 17 yards out, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
Joey Sly to kick off for the Commanders.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets into the 30.
Well, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Prescott out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game. I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
10 more there and another first down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that, as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Prescott, throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Daron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Commanders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series because drives like that, that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. Thomas brings it in. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Faking the handoff. Howell slings this deep from McLaurin. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now they go play action with Howell. Taking a shot for Samuel. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Defensively that time they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Second and 11 now.
Here we go, 46. 47. Here we go, 46.
Out of his end zone, Prescott. He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. A gain of 8 there on the play. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Prescott on 3rd and 2. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Final play of the half. Prescott. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
14, Cowboys 3.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
First down, Howell to throw. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Howell throwing on first down here. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. On second down, a run with Gibson. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Howell throwing on third down here. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They run straight ahead here with Pollard, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From the 45 on second down, Prescott. And this one quickly to Lamb. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 34-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he'll go right back to Lamb. First down throw for Prescott. He's got his man. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup on the receiving end from Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are back within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive, because they had to be saying, we have put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a perfect drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10, Howell. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
The lessons will continue, but this rookie, he's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. 3rd and long. Here's Howell. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Going for it on 4th. Here's Howell. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Through 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
That's Gallup on the slam. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. Prescott now. Caught on the slant. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh, so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Elliott is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Elliott trying to find a lane, but he finds nothing but defenders. Stop for no gain at the 2-yard line. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Noah Brown, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. They get one more as the extra points up the good. That will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. On second down, here's Gibson again. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Gibson again. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Powell to throw. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Here's Howell. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead. And also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock. Oh, this is blocked. It's picked up, a live ball here, remember. And now off to the races, down the right side. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, and all the way into the end zone. Well, it might be the craziest occurrence in this place since the new rule was enacted prior to the 2015 season. And now this game is tied. This has been a crazy game from the start. Well, it just went up a couple notches of crazy. Now we are tied in the final minute of the fourth.
And that's crazy in all capital letters. And you're right. We shouldn't be surprised at all the way this game has gone back and forth. We definitely should be tied in this situation.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
Elliott going to get it again on second down. And he'll wind up getting about 8, but the clock will run. Also, don't forget, it's now third down. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down and about the length of the football. So the first chance of this overtime will go to Washington as we are back underway. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
Now a first throw here in overtime. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 33 yards that time.
And how about that? So many times the big play is what does it in overtime. They got one there, move the ball past midfield, and now you know they're on the move, looking to score the game-winning touchdown because a field goal won't finish the game.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys at the concession stands on the way out, right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home. But what a dramatic way to finish this bad boy off. I mean, this game was dramatic all the way through. That's why we got to overtime. And then to go ahead and finish it this way, the fans screaming out unhappy. But the team that came in here and won this one on the road, they sprinted to their locker room.
And speaking of buying things, dinner on you tonight, Davis.
I kind of figured that was coming.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Here comes the first throw in OT for Prescott. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Prescott. And this one is incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10, he got 9. 4th down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Prescott to throw on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So it's the Commanders who come away with a win, and it was thanks in no small part to the play of their quarterback, and that's Sam Howell.
Yeah, there's no question who the star of this game was. What a performance.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Seattle Seahawks. Two former division rivals in the old AFC West, the Seahawks and Chargers, are underway. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
In motion right comes Allen. They started on the ground with Eckler. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now on the option, here's Herbert. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. This will be a loss of 3. And now a much tougher third down moment. And in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Going to throw on third down with Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. This is taken at the 10. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. On 2nd and 1, Smith going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, Smith. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Geno now to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Geno. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Anytime they think they've got him open beyond the markers, you know they're going to throw it his way. And that's not going to change even after that incompletion was forced.
On fourth down, Smith. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Noah Fant, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And only able to get this to the 19. Should have opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. It's such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the...
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Noah Fant, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they'll spot him at the 3-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Touchdown! Noah Fant doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. I could not imagine a worse start in that secondary. Well, let's face it, a big for this offense. No chance to stop passing now because it's coming. They will continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Charger drive about to get going. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. It's Eckler again. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. And they'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Now Herbert off the bootleg. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. Running on first down, Eckler. And the reinforcements come in. Behind the line. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it 2nd down and 12. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Got an open man, it's Josh Palmer. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. The vision and speed, 2 of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They snap it to Herbert. And Allen's got it. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. After the interception, here's Smith. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground.
Traditionally, as a defense, your #1 job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
This is caught at the 20.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
It's a big play there for Seattle. 58 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On 1st and 10, Smith. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to have it here at their own 15.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
The Charger drive about to get going. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick and shoot.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he's got room. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Can't get away, and he's taken down. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. Here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And Walker with it over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now Gino on 1st down.
Repeat of the last play, finding Walker.
And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun, Smith.
And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle.
A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Seahawks are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 28-0.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. From his end zone, here comes Carter.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The final shot before the break for Herbert. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now, the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a one.
And that's caught inside the 30.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. And they'll get this down to the 10.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
From the gun, here's Smith. And this is going to be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick.
And the Chargers are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
From his own end zone, Herbert. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up, and a shot and goal line. Maybe they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even a defensive touchdown.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. To throw from his end zone, Herbert. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, and they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Noah Fant from 6 yards away.
And the Seahawks have taken a 5-touchdown lead.
Now Myers for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
From his end zone, here comes Carter.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
He's going to keep this again.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. They'll try the air now with Herbert. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
Throwing again on second down. Smith. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan.
And the Chargers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Eckler going to get it again on second down.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And the slot man goes in motion left. Once more, here's Eckler. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. The 20. Touchdown, L.A.
Austin Eckler,
68 yards.
And the Chargers are able to claw one back.
And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
DJ Dallas, 84 yards. And the Seahawks will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
From his end zone, here comes Carter.
Well, now how about this return? He's to midfield. He's at the 30. 10, 5, Chargers.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys field it that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want him to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
This fielded right at the goal line.
And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Michael Davis. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
Well, this secondary just continues to be a force. Multiple interceptions in this game, and now the pick 6.
And the thing about it is once you get an interception as a unit, you think to yourself, okay, we got that. How do we increase it the next time? Get the interception, do a little more damage, and there's your outcome right there. Take it to the house and break down what they're trying to do offensively.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At their own 24.
He'll hand off here to Eckler.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Option play, and they'll give to Eckler.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
On the option, here's Eckler.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss.
Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Here's the option going right. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30.
He'll decide to keep this once more.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Here comes play number 9 now as he come up on a 3rd and 3.
Play action. It's Herbert.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
A mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick 6.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tabbed as one of the best in the league the prior season.
And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
On second down, it's Walker.
And some room to work. And now look at him go. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
Kenneth Walker,
70 yards.
And the Seahawks have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter.
Well, they had done a really nice job on him through 3 quarters plus, but you just had that feeling eventually he was going to get loose.
And this is why coaches always preach that it's a 4-quarter game, right? It gets trite for us. It gets trite for the fans. But this is exactly what they're talking about. What you did before was terrific, but will it stand up if you start giving up big plays as we saw there?
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
From his end zone, here comes Carter. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You'd have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Herbert.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
19 Tiger.
Smith going to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got the speedster Goodwin.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Throwing now is Geno. Flush to his right. This is caught. Touchdown, Seahawks. DJ Dallas. He scored on the ground and through the air as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. The extra point now coming from Myers. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. The touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Charger drive about to get going.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And that is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. One last throw here for Herbert. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board.